Hello and welcome to marketing91.com. In this video, we are going to cover the topic on management styles. Before we proceed any further, please do note that we publish 3 videos daily on YouTube, so please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's start with the definition of management style. Planning, systematizing and arranging work efforts to achieve the goals of a company is known as management. How managers achieve these objectives represents their management style. Management style also includes how they arrange and plan work and how their authority is utilized by them. It differs on the basis of people, company, and the level of management. Now let's look at factors that shape the management style. There are 2 factors. One, internal, which are factors inside an organization that influences management style, a management framework, encouragement, degree of the staff skills, corporate culture, rules, priorities, etc. The other one is external, which are factors outside the organization that influence the management style are the ones that the company cannot control, such as competitors, law, consumers, economy, suppliers, etc. Now moving on to types of management styles. First, autocratic style. The most dominant management style is autocratic management. There is only one way to interact with this kind of management, from the top authorities to the employees. Here, the contribution and ideas of employees are deemed unnecessary and are not acknowledged. The employees are to fulfill the duties and responsibilities that are clearly determined, without questions, and are constantly administered. Companies with hierarchical framework where most decisions are made by the management depending on one's place in the hierarchy benefit the most from this style. Example in this case, Adolf Hitler. Next, paternalistic style. Employees are treated patronizingly and with a paternalistic attitude by managers in this style by making all decisions for them. These decisions, their significance and how they are in the employee's best interest are explained to the employees by the manager. Although employees may feel like they are being looked after, there might be a rise of resentment among them for not being considered. Employees become extremely dependent in this style of leadership. Example, Jose Mourinho. Next, democratic style. In this style of management, managers who are accountable for making decisions give consideration to the advice of employees. Even though the contribution and ideas of employees are unnecessary, they are considered. Interaction is both bottom-up and top-down in this style of management that breeds a very close-knit team. More contrasting perspectives in the decision-making process make this style of leadership more adaptable. Example, Indra Nooyi. Next, participative style. Here the employees are fully trusted with making decisions instead of just being asked for their advice. The extremely involved team, including the staff, make decisions together as a group. The employees in this style of leadership are more productive and motivated since they feel acknowledged. However, employees might resent their managers if the employees are not willing to be included in the decision-making process. Best example in this case, Sir Richard Branson. Next, collaborative style. In this style of management, managers interact with employees significantly and decisions are made on the basis of majority. According to the manager adopting this style, best decisions derive from including everyone and holding the team accountable. The critical disadvantage of this leadership style is its lengthy nature. Another disadvantage is that sometimes the best decision for the company is not the majority decision. In such cases, the manager has to make the final decision. Example, Indra Nooyi. Moving on to laissez-faire style. The manager in this style of management barely interferes in the decision-making process. The employees are very skilled and do not need to be supervised. This helps the management be more hands-off and assign the decision-making and problem-solving to the employees. Self-managed teams or bossless environments, also called delegative style, is a variation of the laissez-faire management style. Companies with monotonous and dispersed management benefit the most from this style of management. Example, Warren Buffett. Next, pace-setting style. Pace-setting requires its employees to follow the example of its leader or stick to its exceedingly high benchmarks. It is effective when employees are well aware, proficient, and motivated. It is not as effective when they have to be trained and might give rise to a feeling of inadequacy within them. Example, General Electric's Jack Welch. Next, coaching style. Their employees' professional development in the long term tends to be the focus of the coaching style. Coaching has the ability to boost the employee's performance by helping them enhance their strengths. When the manager is not competent enough to coach the employees, the style fails. Sometimes the managers might not let go of people who need to be let go due to their lack of skills. The example in this case is of Andrew Carnegie, a philanthropist who had coached Charles Schwab, US steel magnate and US Steel's first president. Next and the final is a visionary style. A purpose and order are conveyed by a visionary manager that its employees have confidence in. This motivates the team to work harder and make the vision come true. As long as the employees are productive, they are allowed to work on their own terms by visionary managers. These managers usually restrict themselves to setting a vision and strategy for the team. Managers check in from time to time to ensure that the team is operating smoothly and convey their insights. Since individualism is an essential psychological need, it needs to be provided by all managers. This success style succeeds in doing so. Example in this case is Nelson Mandela. So that's it, folks. This brings an end to the topic on management styles. These are some of the sources and links referred to for the content in the video. If you have liked the video, do subscribe to our channel where you'll witness 3 new videos daily. Additionally, if you want to view these videos in an organized manner, you can visit freecourses.net, where all our videos are arranged in the form of courses. Thank you and see you in the next video.